Oh my God. This is why people aren't watching. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Wes, Dave. We are Midgard Axe. How's everybody been? How's everybody doing? Dave decided to dress up for Halloween. Scared me there for a second, but it's okay. I got underwear on. All right, guys, so what am I bringing you today? What axe or what hatchet or what concoction do I have cooked up here? Okay, so here's what we got. We got the Council Tool Flying Fox Woodsman hatchet. So checking this axe out, okay? I did mess with it a little bit before in the last video, and I kind of put it aside and didn't really touch it again. So holding it in my hands again, just for the second time. First time was brief. The handle is really nice. I really like this wood grain in this handle. It looks really good. And guys, we do have vertical grain, okay? Vertical grain on the grain orientation down there on the knob. The handle, like always, guys, is nice and thin from Council Tool, okay? So no thinning needs to be done to this handle. It is seated nicely. I have no gaps in here that I can see at all. And they did spray it. They sprayed it, guys. They did splay it nicely over top, and they did use one of those little step wedges in there. Interesting pole design on the back, guys. I'll be honest with you on this pole design here. I actually really like it. I like how it's ground in the back, and I like that little flare that they have cut in here and here on the back. It gives it kind of like a race axe look. So I really like that pole in the back. And guys, just so you know, from what I read online and the information I got, this pole back here is hardened. So if you want to start beating stuff with this pole, driving nails, stakes, whatever, you can do it with this pole here on this axe here. Okay, so the bit, head shape, all that good jazz. I like it, guys. I really like this head shape. I think it's cool. I like how it starts low and then kind of comes up right here, okay? And I do like that swooping pattern. Like I said before, it does give it kind of a race look. It is weighted nicely, that head up top, and you can definitely tell, guys, that all the weight is in the bit, okay? I mean, there's weight in here, but you can definitely tell, unlike the camping axe that I did a review on before where all the weight was in the back of the pole here, you can definitely feel that all the weight is about right from about here forward, especially right in here, but that's okay. I'd rather have it here than back here. So it is weighted nicely, and it does feel really good in the hand. Now on the website, it does say that it is a Woodsman hatchet, so you can use it for chopping, and they say that this thing is qualified to use in axe throwing leagues. The only thing that I am a little confused about is if they're going to design this for chopping. I totally understand why they would choose this handle, but I don't understand why they would give it, guys, a flared knob. Okay, it just, to me, I don't really see the point in giving it a flared knob if it's going to be used for throwing, but I'm going to throw it and see. I did throw it a couple times into the target setting up the start of this video, and I really didn't feel anything too bad on it, but I'm going to take you guys along the journey like I always do in this video and throw it a bunch and see what I think it feels like with that flared knob, and we'll see how it goes. I did do a little research on the price of this, and it's coming anywhere between like $50 to like $65. So in that range, you should be good. You're paying what you're supposed to pay. Let's go ahead and give it a couple measurements here. Online, it says it's supposed to come with a 16-inch handle, and this thing is coming in at 15 3/4. 15 3/4, so we are a 1/4 inch short. Not a huge deal, okay? The bit length, it is just shy of 6.5 inches, okay? Just shy of 6.5 inches in length there. And the bit, online it says it's 3 7/8. And yeah, that's about right, guys. About a 3 7/8 bit. I did weigh this. The whole thing is weighing in at 1 pound and 9.2 ounces, okay? So that's what you're getting in this whole hatchet here. And guys, just taking a look at it from here, the head is hafted on straight, okay? It is not wonky at all. The head is hafted nice and straight. The bit profile on this is even. It's even again. Guys, I keep telling you guys about Council Tool. I know some of you may have some issues with Council Tool's axes and hatchets with the bit profiles and everything, but I'll be honest with you, just about every axe I've got from Council Tool has had either a really good grind on it or somewhat of a good grind on it that I didn't have to do much work to, and this has got a really good grind on it. The bit, it's not very sharp. I will say that. It's not very sharp. Could you throw with it? Yeah, you could throw with it, but it's not very sharp, you know, coming from them, and at least this one isn't. So I will have to sharpen that bit up some. I could get it a lot sharper. Sorry guys, I had to move the camera. It's like I'll start shooting and then that sun will just happen to clear one of those branches and then wash out the camera. So sorry about that. I'll put a filter on it. But going through the bit profile here, guys, I wanted to show you the bit profile. Look at that. Nice and thin. Nice thin profile. The cheeks are nice and thin. It's got a nice cutting, chopping, sticking profile, which is what I like on throwing axes. So this thing should do really well sticking into the target when you throw it. So first impressions, what do I think about this axe? How does it feel? What do I like? The handle, I really like the handle. It's got nice grain on it. Also, it feels good in the hand. It's nice and thin. It feels nicely weighted. I feel like I could really take this with me to do chopping work and throwing work with it. So that's really cool. I don't know why they went with a flared knob on this one, but I'm gonna throw it anyway. So let's check it out and see what happens. Maybe I'll be okay with it. The only thing I can think of right now looking at this thing is just having to shave that flared knob down. As long as this head stays on this handle and it's nice and tight, I can't wait to redo this handle, guys. This handle's gonna look gorgeous if I redo it, so, and I will. So let's go to get to throwing. Stop yapping. Let's do some throwing. All right, Dave, come on. All right, guys, so I'm gonna use this target here. I very rarely put this one in videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this one, throw it a couple times. You guys want to know, those ravens up there are really cool. They're metal, and I got them off of Etsy. I'm in love with the app at Etsy. You guys should check it out. They got all kinds of cool stuff on there. A lot of craftsmen, a lot of do-it-yourselfers that make really good stuff. They sell stuff on Etsy, and that's where I got those ravens from. They're really cool. So, but anyway, let's get into throwing this axe. Not bad, guys, not bad. Feels good. Feels good up close. It feels good up close. Get out of there. It really sinks inside that pine. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? Round. Thank you. Pine round. Not bad. It feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. I will say this about it, just throwing it a few times here. I threw it a couple times before the video started, but this is really where I'm getting into things. I will say that to my liking, it doesn't feel like it's rotating over enough, okay? It could be me just warming up, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm gonna really test it and see what I think about it. But right now, it feels like I'm having to really push that head over. It's not the weight. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just keep throwing it. Okay, that time it didn't feel that way. It might just me. It could be me, guys. It might just be me. I try not to judge a hatchet or an axe I'm throwing at the very start because I'm cold and I'm warming up, and it could just be me. It could be my arms just dragging a little bit before I get warmed up. So, you know, let's just wait and see what the final verdict is. But that was just something that I noticed that I wanted to throw out there. This flare knob doesn't seem to be messing with me too much, but I'm not throwing it for distance either, so let's try something. You know, I mean, it feels pretty good. Coming out of my hand decent. I think that not wanting to rotate was really me, guys. Let's get back to the bigger target and throw this thing hard and throw it for distance. Let me get the zombie face out of my target. If you guys haven't seen them yet, check out my shorts this week. they're pretty funny. I had a good time making them. Maybe it'll make some of you laugh. I know I had my parents rolling, and I told them to watch the shorts this week, but check out the shorts, my Halloween shorts that I made this week. They're pretty funny. I threw an axe at his face as a zombie. Cut it in half. And then the kids go after I grabbed that mask to throw at it for the short, and I was like, nobody cares about it. No, nobody cares. And I throw that axe and cut the mask in half for my short, you know. And then my middle son comes up to me and goes, wait, I like that mask. Literally ask you guys. All right, so let's give this thing a couple hard throws and see what it feels like throwing it really hard, okay? Yeah, I mean, it felt good. Felt good. My axe is vertical. I didn't feel like it was rotating out of my hand. I need to figure out why that flare knob's not bothering me and why others do. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Council Tool Camp Carver had a little bit of a flare at the bottom, and that one really didn't bother me either. So I need to do a little bit more research. I know most flare knobs bother me, but this one right here seems to be okay. Well, let's just keep throwing. All right, guys, let's give it another hard toss. I'm not really concerned about accuracy. I just want to see how the fitment is on this head throwing it hard and see how it feels coming out of my hand again. So let's try it again. Man, that thing feels good. Single rotations, man, that thing feels really good. I could chuck that thing hard. I'm not fully warmed up yet. I want my arm like this. So let me keep throwing it, but man, that thing feels really good so far. All right, let's test the bit quality on this, the grind that comes from the factory. Let's give it a little test. Usually if I throw really hard, it'll roll over. So let's check it and see. All right, guys. Oh, the wood target got me. Man, this thing is in here. This thing is in here, guys. May have thrown hard a little too soon. That hurt a little bit. All right. Let's see. Okay, we do have a little bit of edge rollover, which I kind of expected. I expected it, guys. This thing is really thin. It does have somewhat of like a micro bevel on it. You can see it. But we did have a little bit of edge rollover. But I will tell you that it is not the end of the world, okay? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's right there on the end. See it? See it right there? Got a little bit of edge rollover right there. And oh, I didn't see this. Yeah, I got some down here too. You guys can see that. See that right there? I got edge rollover right there. But guys, I'm throwing that really hard, okay? I'm asking them a lot for just our manufacturer grind to hold up. I'm asking a lot for that not to roll over, throwing it that hard. But that's okay. It's not a huge deal. I just want to check it and see. I can fix that with my whetstone and get an edge to where it doesn't roll over. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I really like this axe. Hatchet, sorry. But let's give it one more toss, see what it feels like, and I'd like to throw it for some distance tonight before the sun goes down. I don't know, guys. I might buy me a couple more of these and start using these as throwing axes. It feels good out of the hand. It really does. I will say this too. That thing's sinking in that target. It's got a really thin profile. So if you throw it hard, I mean, it's sinking. Guys, it's sinking all the way to about right here in the target. When it hits, I mean, all this is going in there. Those thin cheeks make for a really good sticking profile. So this thing, when it hits, it goes in pretty deep. All right, let's give it a double rotation. See what it feels like here. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is my first time throwing it for a double rotation. It did come out of the hand cleanly. but let's throw it again. Didn't feel bad, guys. It really didn't. Flare knob doesn't seem to. Got a little walk out at the end when it hit the target, but that was because of me. I had a little wobble in my throw. I think that flare knob's starting to attack me. We'll see, we'll see. I could be wrong, could be wrong. I will say, guys, if you use those pine targets, those pine logs, those cut in half like I use, once you get them down and you start getting like crevices in them, the axe will hit weird. So it may not be your throw, it's just probably how the axe is entering the wood. It's got all those channels already made from other axes hitting. So if you have a little bit of wobble out or it hits weird, it may not be your throw. It could just be the direction at which the bit is going in the wood and causing the axe head to move around a little bit. That felt good. That felt real good. All right, let's give it some chucks pretty hard, see if we can get it in that center bullseye. See guys how it hit? See how I hit the target and then it kind of like shot to the left? That's just that channel it hit. Step back to do triple rotations, guys, to see how this thing flies at this distance with that flared knob. Not bad, not bad. Did have a little bit of a kick there at the end. Sorry, my daughter's over there, my wife crying. But yeah, felt pretty good. All right, guys, let's give this thing another chuck. Same spot, same spot. All right, guys, let's see if we can hit somewhere else on the target. Keep hitting the same spot over and over and over again. Let's try throwing it again and see if I can hit somewhere else. I will say at a triple rotation, I can really start feeling that knob now. So I might have to sand that thing down. We'll tell you guys this. I'm starting to get to the age where I need to start stretching before I throw. I turned 40. I'm starting to feel it a little bit. Well, I feel it more than just a little bit, but I really should start stretching. All right, let's see if we can get this triple rotation into the target again. See what it looks like. And I was aiming for the top right. Close enough. Yeah, guys, that triple rotations, that knob's just, I don't like it. Double rotations and single rotations, it's great. But when I really step back to do triple rotations, I'm really having to fight that knob. I can feel it, and I'm probably going to have to choke down. Here's what we'll do. I'll choke down how I showed you guys before. Let me show you something real quick. Guys, so if you haven't seen the last video on the Council Tool Camp Hatchet, the Hudson Bay pattern, I show in that video how I address throwing a flared knob if I have to before I sand it down. I am getting a little wobble coming out at a triple rotation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that same technique. Instead of throwing it here like this, I'm gonna come down and throw the actual flared knob and see if that cures the problem for me. If it does, then that tells me this flared knob needs to be sanded down. Yep, that's what it is. It's that flared knob. Felt it even bringing it down a little bit. I felt it kind of rotate a little bit. And you guys can see, that's why that axe head, that one didn't hit a channel. It didn't hit a channel and then cut weird. It hit and then sideways like this. I will say this, I don't think it's gonna need a ton of sanding down, and just by looking at it, it's not too flared out, so it won't need too much, but it is present, guys. And like I tell you guys before, I don't like throwing flared knobs. So I'll probably go ahead and sand it down, give it another reprofiling down here and see if that'll fix the problem. But I will tell you guys this, even with that flared knob, this thing flies really well. It flies good. Flying fox. I know the flared knob's killing me, guys, but I'm having a really good time throwing this thing at triple rotations. It's just fun. And we'll end on that one. All right, guys, first impressions, what I think about it, how did I like throwing it? I loved it. I think this axe is really good for axe throwing. I'm gonna sand this knob down just a little bit here, but man, this thing flew really well. It was hitting the target where I was throwing it at. It was pretty accurate, and that weight on top felt really good. I didn't feel a lot of left and right kick, even with the flared knob. So I would say this thing is weighted very good up top. It is evenly distributed, if I didn't say that before. I think I said that the weight was really up here. It's, to be honest with you guys, it's really not. Most of the weight is like right in this area, right in here. So it makes it feel evenly distributed when you're throwing it. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something a little different this time, guys. I'm gonna make a part 2 video of me just throwing it. No talking, no nothing. I'm gonna make a video of me doing all kinds of crazy throws and doing all kinds of distance throws with this thing, and that'll be a second part to this video. But guys, what a great axe. I would say get one. I had nothing but success with this, and I'm gonna throw it again in another video and do some really crazy stuff with it. But I wanted to give you my initial impressions and overall experience throwing it for the first time. It's a good axe. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me and Dave. I left Dave in the backyard. Nah, he's good. He's back there counting squirrels or something. But you guys are probably wondering, Wes, who won that last Council Tool Hudson Bay pattern camp axe? I don't know. Let's find out and see who won the Council Tool Hudson Bay pattern camp axe. All right, guys, it's wheel time. Let's spin the wheel and see who won the Council Tool Hudson Bay pattern camp axe. And the wheel has spoken. It has chose number 8. And guys, how I do it is I go into the comment section and I hit newest comment first. And then that's your order in line. If you notice that there's an extra space on the wheel, there's 8 of you, but there was 9 spots. For some of you that are new and you don't know, the last spot on the wheel is always going to be a wild. If that number hits first and then your number hits, I give you guys something extra, polishing the bit, some type of service to the axe if you want something done to the axe, or I'll just give you a whetstone or something like that to go with your axe. So congratulations to number 8, and number 8 was Dave Brune. Dave Brune 4001. Congratulations, Dave, man, you won the Council Tool camp axe. Go into any one of my descriptions of any of my videos and you'll find my email address. Email me your address so I can send this out to you. I am a little slow about sending these out, just because my schedule is a little crazy, so be patient. You will get your axe. Sometimes it takes me a while. Don't know why there's not more of you commenting axe and getting in on these giveaways. I guess there's only going to be about 10 to like 20 of you that are going to enter in all these giveaways, and I got a feeling that some of you are going to start winning 2 and maybe 3 times. It is what it is. Everybody can enter, but only certain of you are entering, and I'm not going to discourage that, so keep doing it. If you win 2 and 3 axes, it is what it is. I'll keep giving them to you guys. So thanks for all the support. I appreciate everything everybody does. Thanks for getting in on the giveaway. For the small select few of you that are getting in on the giveaways, thanks. I like giving you guys axes. I think it's kind of cool. So, but anyway, congratulations to Dave. Get in on the next one. The next one's going to be really cool too. So back to the video. Congratulations to the winner. Don't know who it is just yet because I do this later. Email me your information so I can send it to you. Thanks for participating, everybody. I'll have a couple more coming soon, so hang in there. But appreciate all your support, appreciate all your time. Come back and watch me throw this one in a really cool, dynamic music video in this one next time. But till next time, guys, see ya.